All right, we are a little overdue on this thing, this mock-up board, if you call it that, this test bench here. Test bench, that sounds good. What's this test bench for, and what's it gonna do, and why am I shooting this video? Let's give you a real quick little intro. It is a snowstorm outside right now. It is Monday, December 1st, 2025. I meant to have this done months back. I've just been too busy. So I built this literally within the last hour, did some testing down here, and I'm like, let's do an unscripted video for you guys, get some information out there, fill you in on why I've been busy, and there's like influxes of video content, what I'm shooting here and what I want to talk about, shingle manufacturers, nail zones, things like that. This new battery operated nailer I'm going to give away. Well, not this one, but this brand new one in the box right here. So all the reason to give a quick little shout out right now to thumbs up it, consider subscribing, so you're notified when I do the video for that, because it's not going to be free nailer, free giveaway, free tool. The bots, the scammers and out there, they just go crazy. So it's going to be for you guys, the viewers of the channel, that actually try to learn, get benefit out of this. It'll be a very discreet video. If you want to know, like and subscribe. So what I got is a about waist high, easy to work on, not kill your back, 412 pitch, steeper Mansard face, maybe try a pitch hopper, cushions and gripping it, stuff like that. We have a quick shout out to give to Robert's Roof Cap. I'm not being paid to make this, but they did send this to me free months back to test. So I appreciate the patience. I've just been very busy, but now that I got this to test and various other things, we're gonna try to test it. If you want something tested, comment down below, I'll do my best. Where you're watching from, you know, the usual. I wanna give credit where credit is due and dislikes where dislikes are due. All right. Certainty Landmark Pro. I did do a video, repair video, maybe a week and a half ago. Check it out. I'm not hating on them. This was a Certainty shingle that I was repairing. It was a steeper pitch roof, heated up, slid down. We'll get into that. My least liked shingle, JF right here. Not ashamed to say it. You guys are not good. Bullies in the industry. And then TAMKO. So this channel has gained some reach. Back when I verbally spoke about TAMKO not being good, they listened, they called me. Whole nother story. We're going to get into a little bit of that, common bond, nail zone, performance, things like that. But got a little complaint with Certainty a year ago. Sales rep, he and I are talking. I'm like, hey, why don't you guys do something like this? This is your mid-grade shingle. Why don't you make a nail zone for it? Well, we don't need to. We never had an issue, and if we do, we'll take care of it. All right, fine, whatever. If you don't want to improve and constantly raise the bar, it's not that it's a bad shingle. I just think there's better ones out there, so I'm not hating. I'm going to focus my attention on what I think is better for a homeowner or a contractor. Not this guy right here. So, nail zone here. And what happened on that roof? Let me pull out. Yeah, we don't have one up there. Because it was a video I shot a week and a half ago of a repair of a Certainty shingle, we're going to use this as an example here. Somebody commented recently on a rapid fire nail zone. I want to just say it's not intended to be fast and sloppy. It's not a rapid nail zone. It's a enhanced performance nail zone, nail cloth, whatever, to distribute the force and hold on to the roof, things like that. So they don't have that. You shoot within these lines, the manufacturer's going to honor their warranty, right? Yes, yeah. Pump the brakes a minute there, Johnny. That is, if it's installed on the roof, you're installing it on according to manufacturer specifications. What I mean by that, this side's a 412 pitch. Shoot the nails in that line, they're going to honor the warranty. If it's on a steep pitch roof, there's a whole nother set of instructions. You got to hit the common bond. What's the common bond? The common bond is this narrow little line here where there's two lines. For those that don't know, homeowners, whatever, this area here, this stuff comes like a 10-foot wide roll going through the line. All manufacturers, similar process, dopes in asphalt, whatever. Get to the point, there's a wheel that cuts. This piece isn't wasted. It goes into another shingle over here that gets made. But because they cut that out, you have to put a shim, a laminate shim on there. If you look at the back side, there's a larger piece that gets glued on. You can see the higher profile right there at my finger. That is the laminate shim, and right here, between my fingers, is the common bond. On a hot summer day, this gets hot, it's going to slide off the roof. Fun fact, oxidized asphalt, they have to blow it with heat and sulfur to oxidize it. I believe it's sulfur, but they heat it and they oxidize it. If not, that asphalt on the roof on a hot summer day would just be very viscous and slide off the roof. By oxidizing it, it also not just makes it durable, it raises its temperature where it has to get soft, right? So it doesn't slide off the roof. They got to do something to make it stay up there. Now, with that being said, they adhere this to the shingle with usually 3 lines. Some maybe have 4. This has 3 in this part and then 1 across the whole top here. So yes, it does have 4. It's got 3 here and 1 in this area. If you don't hit that common bond on steep pitch roofs, manufacturer is off the hook for warranty claims related to failures due to that. Just pointing out a fact here. Every manufacturer is going to have a similar thing. You don't even have the nail zone, so whatever. Again, I'm not hating on them. I just think there's something better. By the way, why I dislike the GF down there, I've actually got a GF on my house, my personal residence, the biggest mistake in my life. I've had issues with it, color discoloration issues, and they're like, oh, no, I don't need to take care of it. Had sales reps out twice. I want to file a claim, get this fixed. Oh, no, you got 49 years, just kick the can down the road. I'm sorry, but if your warranty is that good, then step up to the plate and fix it. I think they know statistically people are going to sell their home, move, not transfer the warranty, whatever the case may be. I'm not going to stand behind it, GAF. You guys are bullies in the industry. You suck. And that's me publicly saying, I don't have any contract with you guys. It's just a shitty shingle. It's not good. Innovate. And by the way, I did do a video with 6 of the major manufacturer brands back in January. I'll put it, I'll link that video in the description down below. So check it out later. You'll see all 6 major brands. The thumbnail has got like GF Certainty, ICO, Duration, Milwaukee, TAMKO, those 6 brands on the right side of the logo. Check that video out. It's full of information. It's with the digital fish scale, and that's what led me to this and this nail zone. So I got to stay focused here and get into the point here of the video. So the cloth on the back of the shingle here, in the testing, when you're shooting the shingle in this area, and this does not apply for just TAMKO, this is all the brands I tested. You shoot in this area, it holds on with the force it takes to pull off. If you shoot in the common bond, the force is reduced by about half, 50 to 60% plucks off the roof easier. Doesn't matter if it was a Duration, doesn't matter if it was a ICO or a TAMKO, it just plucks off. Because that nail hitting that cloth in the middle spread that force over a larger surface area. Hitting the edge, it plucks right out. The only one that didn't apply for was the Milwaukee Vista, because they have an 1.25 inch tapered shim and you're hitting it consistently throughout. Doesn't matter. The higher up you go is a little less asphalt, but you're hitting both pieces. So that doesn't really apply to this. This is the 3. So Duration, TAMKO, Titan, and the ICO Dynasty. So in that video I tested it, I shot lower and found out that it lost a lot of its strength. I made a video of that, sent it to TAMKO. And yep, just like usual, nothing came of it. An hour after I sent that video, I get a phone call from a guy named John. He's like, hey, we just got to have a roundtable meeting. We're going to see what we can do to shift that down like you're talking about. So me logically thinking with what limited manufacturing experience I have, I'm like, we're not redesigning the tooling. We're not adding tooling. Just change the tolerance on that cloth to go a little bit lower. So that's bringing us to this right here right now, December 1st, 2025. That video I was telling them was back in January, February of this year. If you look at this, it is an Old English shingle, April 6th of 2024. There you go, see it, April 6th, 2024. Old English, has a black walnut. Here's the Old English. We have a black walnut dated April 24th of 25. So after I shot that video, turn this light back on. So they said they're going to send me some shingles, which they did. Honestly, I've bought a lot of shingles and just been busy. So we're actually going to take a few minutes to do this and give credit where credit is due. I've been told things by manufacturers that go nowhere. Then I've been told by them, and to my disbelief, how's the saying go? The proof is in the pudding. Yeah. Try to line this up. I damaged the corner of that shingle, but it's pretty much lined up right here, right? Look at the top, line this top up right here. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Okay, so we're pretty flush across the top. We were pretty flush in the bottom here. I broke that. Now here's what I want to show. This is the Old English from prior to that video I sent them, and then here is the one after I sent them the private video. Well, it's just a smaller cloth. They're cutting their budget. No, we're actually going to break this open. They actually did shoot that down to its lower tolerance and then test this, and it holds up a lot better. So I broke this shingle here so you can see where that cloth is. It's right here. All right, you can see where it ends right there. And then this one I broke, and you'll see that it goes down much lower. If you look, there's just that little bitty fringe right there, that last little bit, right? If you go any lower, you're going to be visible coming out this reveal right here, right? So you can't go any lower than that. Point being, that they listened and they shoved that down to its absolute lowest tolerance. So when you shoot the common bond, you're getting that cloth as well in here. You can see it right there. Common bond, cloth. What manufacturer goes to that level, listens to a little contractor like Brian, Grand Roofing out in the Midwest, middle of nowhere, right? It says, hey, like stop the plant, let's just bring that tolerance down, let's test it out, and then pump out some good shit, right? They're not gonna listen. They did. Now, when you shoot this in the common bond, that nail is gonna be spread out over a larger surface area. Something else I wanna point out with the common bond, let me see, like this right here. This is a Dynasty shingle. It just plucked right out of here. If you look, that's like a tarp-like, right? The size of that, it's almost like a 2D piece of paper, right? You can clearly see right here, it's sticking by just the surface area right here. Surface area, it's a lot to do with the surface area. Now, let's go, keep that in mind. I have another board over here that we were testing. All right, better light right here. The surface area of this versus this one here, much smaller, fine fibers like this that are so pressed in, doped into that, it's now like a 3D molecular just packed in there. If you think I'm bogus, when I pulled on this to test this, look what got left behind, more fiber. The surface area of this is insane. Logically, a little quick comparison that just popped into my mind right here. Carbon water filters and how the surface area of that is so much because the water passes through, filters that out. It's the surface area. Kind of a bad analogy. There's other ones. Maybe a supercapacitor. Surface area of that just holds way more energy. That is pressed in, distributing the force over a greater area. Let me just show you another one, right? So here was the Dynasty, ripped off the back completely. There's the 4 pieces. Look at this board. You have 4 pieces of fiberglass that plucked right out of the shingle, and you have the cloth that got left behind. If this was stuck, right, even if your nail failed, it's still stuck here and everywhere else, correct? Like this. Even though the nail started to fail and pull through, that force was spreading over everywhere. This is still bonded in here really damn good. You could pull on this and it does not want to come out. I mean, you can work at it and it will. It just wants to break like this. It's holding up so much better. Don't take my word for it. Go to your local roofing supply house. See if they've got some open damaged shingles. Most places will have some for sample. Like the contractor brings them back, can't return it. They don't necessarily always throw it away. They throw it in a bench like this right here for various things. See if you can get one. Test it. You test it. Don't take my word for it. Use this as visual proof to an extent, but test it. Try it. I've actually got into other things like torching shingles. This is an SBS polymer that I stressed with heat and various things I want to test. Let's get ready to wrap this one up. We're at 12 minutes. Nailer giveaway right here. Nailer comparison videos upcoming. Installation, shingle test, shingle weights, all kinds of things I have planned. Give it a quick thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Let me know down below what you want to see, what you want to see tested, what you want to see talked about. I'll do my best to focus more on the YouTube content with roofing related things as we go through the winter here, and maybe beyond if it picks up and gains traction. As always, until next time, be safe. We'll see you on the next video.